Well, we are back, and it almost feels like this isn't real. Like, I've made six victory lap videos. Well, I guess you call it victory lap, or six post game videos where the Giants win, and I made one post game video where the Giants lost. This is insane right now. The Giants are off to their best start in, I don't know. Somebody has to go back and do the math. This is insane. The Giants just evaded the trap game. We knew this was possibly going to be a trap game. They came in as 3-point underdogs. They won 3 straight up to this point, and the Jags lost 3 straight at this point. This was setting up to be a trap game for sure. The Giants ended up beating all odds, including the refs who just tried to win the Jacksonville Jaguars the game at the end of the game. That final drive was so nerve-wracking, like roughing the passer, holding calls, things like that. And the Jaguars were about 2 yards short of winning the game. And Fabian Moreau did a great job stopping. He had a great game, Fabian Moreau. But hats off to this New York Giants team. Congratulations. Brian Daboll is most definitely, at this point, just head coach of the year. Most definitely. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Saquon Barkley had a rough start to the, this Jacksonville team was top 10 in stopping the run. And the Giants started out hot as well. This is the first time in 14 games, that's the stat that Kush gave me. In 14 games, this is the first time that the Giants scored a touchdown on their opening drive in 14 games. So the Giants started out hot. They kind of dwindled out after their opening drive. They dwindled out, but then they came back in the second half. Of course, the halftime adjustments, right? The halftime adjustments. How much points did the Jacksonville Jaguars score in the second half? I think 6 points. I think it was like 11-10. No, it was 7 points. They scored 7 points in the second half. So we're just a second half team, and that's what I love. I'd rather be a second half team than a first half team. The Giants are still undefeated in away games. They are 3-0 in away games. You had, I believe, the first game, Tennessee, and then the London game, and then this Jacksonville game. So the only game the Giants lost was at home on Monday Night Football. But Jones played out of his mind. He had like 169 yards passing by halftime. They didn't really pass the ball as much in the second half. He finished with 202, but Jones was absolutely on the money. He could have had plenty of more yards in this game, but we had like 5 drops in this game. Marcus Johnson was responsible for like 3 of them. He wound up like not playing in the game after that. He was pulled after that 4th down stop, but the Giants still find a way to win the game. The defense struggled against the run as always. We are really struggling against the run. Those linebackers are just not doing a great job against the run. We have to figure out what the hell is going on with that. We have to try to remedy that because teams down the road are going to expose that. We're going to face Seattle next week. Kenneth Walker, I don't know if Rashad Penny's going to be coming back. They run, Seattle for a long time has always been a great running team. So, and facing Geno Smith, who's having a really good year, is going to be a tough task. But, the Giants could not stop Travis Etienne at all. James Robinson didn't do anything in this game, thank God, because, I didn't want a 2-headed monster sort of deal because that would have had fresh legs, and that would have been disastrous for the Giants. They try to lean on Travis Etienne, and they did that, and he had 14 carries for 114 yards and a touchdown. He was on the money in this game. Saquon Barkley had his own great game. He started out like at the beginning of the 4th quarter. It was like 13 carries for 35 yards or something like that. And he wound up finishing with 24 carries for 110 yards. He really comes alive in the 4th quarter where he just gets back to old Saquon, bouncing it outside, making jump cuts, things like that. Things that we saw with old Saquon. And he's killing it, man. He's definitely comeback player of the year. We'll be talking about is if he is like an offensive player of the year. He's definitely in MVP conversations. Don't know if he's really going to beat out any quarterback for that, but having a great game. I already talked about DJ. He's having a great game. The Giants ran for a total of 236 yards in this game. just great. We didn't have a sack in this game, though. That's unfortunate. We didn't have a sack in this game, and we, again, did not have an interception. Fabian Moreau, who played himself a fantastic game. Fabian Moreau should have had himself an interception, but it was called back, a Dory Jackson holding call or something like that, or I don't know, one of those egregious calls. We had a lot of egregious calls in this game. It was so bad. The officiating was so bad in this game. But that being said, I'm so happy. I'm so happy the Giants are 6-1 on the Seattle. We're actually able to beat teams like consistently. And these are good wins. These aren't like lucky wins. These are good wins. These are quality wins where you can say that the Giants earned these wins. We earned it. We didn't look like the better team in the first half, but we came out in the second half, adjusted, and punched them in the mouth. Punched them in the mouth. We still weren't able to stop Travis Etienne because that first play, in the third quarter, Travis Etienne broke a huge one out. But then in the fourth quarter, we tightened up and we did what we needed to do. Jacksonville was in a position where they were trailing and they had to throw the ball, and they did that. And they were unsuccessful for the most part. Marvis Jones made some crazy catches in this game as well. Wan'Dale Robinson had himself a great game as well. Proud of him. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else really to talk about in this game. Maybe I'm missing something. But yeah, hats off to the offense and defense. Both those teams, both those sides of the football struggled, and both of them adjusted in the second half. Both of them did. So all around a good game. So, woo! Let's enjoy this, guy. Let's enjoy the Giants. But let's not fight about DJ. Let's not fight about this and that. Let's not fight about that. So let's just enjoy the 6 wins that we have. It's still October, and the Giants have 6 wins. We now have matched our win. I guess the amount of wins that we had in 2020 in Joe Judge's rookie season. We now match that, and we're definitely in playoff conversations now. Definitely in playoff conversations now. And the schedule is still easy. We still have Seattle next week, who are 2-4 themselves, although they've looked decent. 2-4 themselves, and then we go on bye. And then I think we come out against the Lions or Texans or something like that. So we're still in a very good position to win a decent amount of games. So that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in the next video.